Oh, well, hey, man. It's Jamie. That's me here, honey. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to yet another episode of This is Messy. Okay. Now, I do have a story from Reddit. Okay. I saved this one a while ago and I never did it because I didn't read it. I just read the headline. But shout out to my homegirl that went to high school with me. She sent it to me and I was like, you know what? Thank you, girl, because I think I saved that one. So let me go ahead and scoot on over here and do this. Nobody don't say, you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you, boo. Period. So let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. This one already sounds like it's messy just from reading the headline. I'm a little concerned about what it is we're about to get into this message, okay? But let us pray that we can get through it. It says, I found out that my husband is storing sealed jars of his diarrhea. That's where we at. Let's go. So she says, I only found this out a few hours ago, and I'm not sure how to deal with this. So any help or advice is appreciated. She says, while cleaning out the kitchen, not the kitchen, ma'am. We in the, not, don't tell me the jars is in the kitchen. Tell me that jars were missing from the kitchen. But do not go into this kitchen and tell me that you found jars of this man's in this kitchen. And you mean to tell me you been in and out of the kitchen and you ain't smelled it? Huh? Tell me that you went in there looking for your jars and they wasn't there. Let's keep going. I'm nervous. So she says, while cleaning out the kitchen pantry, 24, she's 24 years old and she's a female, was dusting the top shelf, which I can't see on top of. I'm nervous. Where are you taking me? She says, and notice the clanging of jars up there. It's going to be really hard to get through. Oh, she says, so I got out the step ladder and up there is 14 jars filled to the brim. Filled to the brim with diarrhea and sealed with lids. This is messy. This is nasty. She says the consistency in the jars ranges from brown water to the thick black sludge, like a mixture of blended slugs. And the jars are arranged in order from most watery to most, I guess, not so watery. Because what I'm reading here is the word vicious, and I feel like that ain't the word, girl. I only know it's diarrhea in the jars because I made the mistake of opening out and ma'am, not you opening the jars trying to figure out what it is in there, ma'am. Girl, and the stench is unmistakably the same as what he leaves behind in the bathroom. Ma'am, what's going on with your man that he got this much IBS? I'm sorry, this much diarrhea. What's going on that he has this much diarrhea coming out? Like, how long has the jars been there? Please. You know what? We don't know. Throw the jars in his ass out. That's the advice that I have already. Throw the jars in his ass out. Okay, that is contamination. All right, and he has contaminated the home and he needs to be taken out. Okay, at this point, he is the virus. So do you hear me? He's the virus, ma'am. He has to go. Ooh, she says the smell was so bad, I can still feel it burning in the back of my throat. I could never look at him the same, which is why he will have to go. Girl, not you feeling diarrhea burning in the back of your throat. Some part of me feel like that's what you get because you should have never opened up them mother jars anyway. So he done went from having drawers to jars. Girl, I cannot make it up. This is terrible. Okay. So she says, I only live with my husband. So wait a minute, I feel away. Let's go back. BIT, you tell me that you're 24 years old and you're a female, but your man 42 and he a male? Of course, he's a male, right? So when you look at these things on Reddit, when they're in parentheses, they have a number and then they have a letter behind it. Typically, that's the age and what the person is, whether they're male or female. But you mean to tell me your husband 42 and you 24? He oh, ma'am, you're about his child, okay? And he has a grim and gruesome IBS-D, his words. Girl, irritable bowel system, what is the D? Y'all educate me, girl. But I'm just lost for words as to why he would poo into jars to be sealed and kept. Do I tell him what I've done? Do I just get rid of them? BIT, both. Both. And when you tell him, be at the front door with his bag so he can get the hell out. Ooh, girl, that is troubling. Wow. She just got right on into it, huh? No build up in there, just went straight on into it. Okay. So they say, all right, let's keep going. She gives us an update. The update, after having a mini mental breakdown this week, after my horrific find last week, I feel I owe you all an update. Girl, you damn sure do. And I hope you're telling me that you done put it out. She says, first of all, thank you wholeheartedly to all who gave me advice and encouragement and help. I really appreciate it. I apologize for the lack of replies, but my life has just been flipped upside down. Well, we know you ain't getting Bel Air, but you had better air his ass out and put him out. Okay. She says, my life has just been flipped upside down and I've been in a panic attack mode all week. Okay. She goes on to give us more, and this is what she says. 2 days after finding my husband's stash of jarred diarrhea, I decided to ask him about it. At first, he winced and denied there was anything up there. So you 42-year-old collecting jars and you a liar with it? I should have known you was a liar with your 42-year-old. It's anyway, girl, instead of here when they got this 24-year-old child. Then made her your wife. I can't take it. Let's keep going. Girl, this damn message is so much trash is involved, okay? At first, he winced and denied there was anything up there. So I retrieved all the jars and laid them on the kitchen counter and asked him again. Only he and me live here, so he definitely put them there, I told him. He denied they were full of diarrhea this time and said that he had forgotten about them and that they were simply jars of exotic jams. Go, babe. I'm finna get up. I'm finna go. Not this man that sat up here. I done got. Listen to me. Now, this is the one. This is the one. This is the one. This the one. Talking some damn exotic jams gone bad. When she opened them up and they smell like shit. Girl, I could beat his mother. Ooh. Girl, no, he didn't. Hell. I'm mad for her. You shitty bastard. Girl, I could, take him here and take him there. Girl, and piss me the fuck. Ooh. I'm gonna sit up there gonna lie in this lady's face, talk about some damn exotic. You damn right they exotic and nasty. Girl, call animal control on this man. Call animal control on this man because he's out of line. And he's disgusting and he's literally been only a dog gonna lead around in your house and in your yard. So get rid of him. Don't piss me, girl. Whew. I told him to stop lying and just to tell the truth. He was pooing into jars or not, and why he was keeping them. He finally cracked and got angry at me asking what the big deal was and that he wasn't hurting anyone. So I threw the jars in the garbage outside. He wasn't happy when I did this physically. He wasn't happy when I did this and physically tried to restrain me by grabbing my wrist and hitting my side. I didn't speak to him for the rest of the day and holed up in the spare room as he had scared me. I checked the garbage later in the day and the jars were gone. He had taken them out and put them somewhere else. In this moment, I know he has chosen jars of curdled turds over his own wife. Yes, ma'am, he did. And I've already told you that you need to call animal control, okay? I've already gave you some more advice. She says, my aim was to get the locks changed when he went to work the next day and kick him out. But I chickened out of that idea. No, you did it? Why? Why would you need to? I asked him to leave to give me some space, but he said that he owns the house and that I live here for free. Ooh. Oh, wow. She says, I more than pay for rent by cleaning up the house all day, washing his clothes and cooking all his meals. Girl, so he hired you to be a servant? Like, which, I mean, not hired you, but he married you to be a servant. Girl, not you being 24 years old, sitting up here relying on this 42-year-old man. I guess, honey. You want to go get no education to do something? So she says, I packed a bag throughout the next day and left for my sister's house in the night last Wednesday, catching the last bus of the night as I don't have my own mode of transportation. My sister has been great in taking me in as herself. And the rest of my family, including my parents, they have never liked my husband. Of course, because you 24 and he's 42 years old. Anyway, let's keep going. She says, where am I? Where my sister had been great, taking me in, whatever. They never liked her husband. She says, my husband has tried calling and messaging me about 100 times, but I can only ignore him right now as my panic attack anxiety comes in waves every time he tries to contact me. I will be filing for a divorce. I feel like with your panic attack, I feel like he's probably done something else. You know what I'm saying? Because him having these jars and him grabbing you and hitting you on your side, I feel like more could have happened that has caused you to go into panic attacks when he just calls your phone. Okay, what else does she goes on to say? All right. She says, I will be filing for a divorce, not just because he keeps jars of fecal goop, but because he hurt me in trying to defend them. There are possessions of mine at the house which I can't go back for, so I will have to send my brother and brother-in-law for me to get those, okay? She says, apologies for the rambling update. There's a lot more to add. It's just that my brain is racing a million miles a minute, and I'm just glad I feel safer now, okay? TLDR, I do not know what TLDR means. She says, I left my husband after finding jars. I guess that mean like the title, like the short version. I left my husband after finding jars of his SHI and him refusing to get rid of them and hurting me when I tried to get rid of them. Okay. So I feel like this was her giving a short story. So I often see that at the end of the stories, it'd be like TLDR and I'd be like, okay, that's the short version. Right. If anybody is like, I don't feel like reading all that, somebody tell me what it's about. So there's that, girl. That's where we at, girl. That was kind of hard to get through. Yeah, I don't know what else to tell her. It was him lying for me. And honestly, it wasn't even just him lying. It's the fact that he felt the need to collect his diarrhea. Like, what are you doing that for? What are you what for what? You collecting diarrhea, putting it on the top shelf. What you gonna do with the diarrhea? How long have you had it? How disgusting is that? And then she gonna open up the jar and smell it and woo, got her wig pushed back blue, didn't it? Girl, listen. And it's no shade to anybody that is Caucasian watching me. But this definitely gives me Caucasian energy. I'm sorry. It's definitely giving Caucasian. Okay, because if I get something and it just look like it's a little something that don't sound, I'm throwing it out. Period. But my thing is this too. Why I'm finna go smell that? When you got a mason jar, you see what's in there. And you know it don't look right. Is that what I think it is? Yes, the hell it is. I don't need to open it to smell it to get a whiff and push my wig back blue. Like, no ma'am. I don't have to do that. Okay, I see what it is. Let me just go ahead and skip this process and throw it right on out. Girl. I just need to know what he was finna do with those. And the fact that she opened it up and she decided that she was gonna smell it too. And my thing is, so you mean to tell me in the jars, you mean to tell me that they didn't smell? Like you couldn't smell it. So they was sealed tight and you couldn't smell it at all. Well, I guess that's why they got the mason jars, ain't it? So you can't really smell what's in it. Girl. I guess they hold on to the smell, girl. Either way, honey, this was nasty. Okay. This was nasty. I don't have no more. I ain't got no more. Y'all gonna get in the comments. Let me know your thoughts about this bullshit. Literally. Okay. Literally. Go hop in the comments. Let me know your thoughts about this terrible story. All right. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, honey. Share my videos. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, baby, at jamithatsme, honey. And that's all that I got. That's all I got, girl. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one, honey.